audible?
Even the
Hello?
slide is seen.
I think
Good evening, everybody.
we can start.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Today is the finale of our entire spectrum of autism spectrum disorders lecture series taken by various eminent speakers who have authority on the subject. Yes, the final session is going to be chaired by Dr. Rekha Srinivasan, who has herself taken Herculean efforts to arrange the entire thing. Yes, as it has been put in the group, yes, she has given us 4 challenging cases. And today we are going to discuss those cases first, and then it'll be like an open discussion forum wherein if you have any questions related to autism spectrum disorders, you are welcome to ask your questions. Okay, so let us start with the first challenge. Ma'am, should I read out the entire thing? Um yes. The first challenge is there is a 4-year-old boy. His appetite was nil, and porridge has to be forced down his throat. If not fed, will remain hungry. His chief complaint was his temper tantrums, which were uncontrollable, especially when his father went on official trips. Timeline of events: he does not eat, he's easily angered, he's shouting, adamant, temper tantrums, sensitive, very clean, no eye contact, echolalia, upset, especially when there is a change of routine or the father gets home late, difficult to control. Okay, so I just want to know what is the what are the suggestions from the audience, um, and then Dr. Rekha can speak further on what is the correct remedy for this case. Yes. Ma'am, in fact, I would like to answer this question.
Yes.
Like, I was thinking of chamomilla
Mm-hmm.
in this case.
Yeah. I got one um, interesting repertorial result done by Dr. Sujata Atul. She came up with the almost correct remedy only what I had used, and mm, yeah, chamomila. Yeah, considering his temper and that rage and the amount of violence, even I thought of chamomilla and I had prescribed, but that didn't help him. Yeah. So, any other suggestions?
Hepar
Yeah,
self, ma'am.
Hepar. No, I considered in that case that child was very adamant and he was cunning also. You can understand he will be very docile and very good when his father is around, and he will show only with his mother. That means he has fear of uh, what to say command fear of people who are above him. In that way we can consider. So that is actually one key symptom of Varatramal. But here I didn't consider that because he is very clean. You could see that, and he is very clever and very adamant, and he threatens with voice like I will shout, and your image will be damaged around all the people around this thing. So these things I thought of, and then I zeroed in on Tarantula based on his cunningness and cleverness. Even tuberculin is also very running around, and ADHD, all symptoms are there in tuberculin, but they are more of destructive. They do without mindlessly they will be doing destructive tendency. But Tarantula people are very clever. They can hide it very well. They can surpass your tantrum, your tactics to control them. See, you are concentrating, I will have to save this, and they will be doing something else. So you will not even imagine that they will do that at that place. So that is one trait of tarantula, and have found it very very helpful in most of the very many cases of autism spectrum. So now we can have a series also maybe by Dr. Prachi and team about uh, this sensation method and other things, okay, PEM method and all. Then we will understand more that insects have that like they are very restless as well as very clever also, and they have a tinge of maliciousness. That is very important. Tuberculinum is not malicious, they are doing just doing for sake. So in that way, and Dr. Sujata, as I told, she repertorized and she came to that remedy. She considered mind eating huh, she considered mind anger, mind attached father, children are attached to the father, mind bad temper, mind eating refuses to eat, mind eating refuses to eat in children, shouting, shy, temper tantrums, and timidity. And she arrived at sulfur. Of course, sulfur topped the chart. And then second was tarantula. It also covers all the symptoms, most of the symptoms. And then high examination signature and other remedies are also there. And at the same time, this boy improved very well with tarantula. And then I moved on with the to Calcarea Phos 10M, and then he received few doses of carcinosinum 30, and then with the, on and off he had some issues. Before he was non-verbal, only one or two words he could speak, and then after the treatment he was doing stage performance in his school. He used to participate in his Hindi skit performance. I think I told about this case previously also. So he improved to that level. Yeah, I didn't get much suggestions from audience. Maybe we'll move on to the next case, isn't it?
Okay.
Because time is also
Yes.
one factor. Yeah.
Why was carcinosin prescribed for?
Yeah, that cleanliness, very very clean and very heavy sophisticated type, and he aligns all the toys in one particular way. He does not like anything moved from that sequence, and he will have
Okay.
repetitive. Repetition is a common thing of all autistic kids, but there is one pattern in his repetitive tendencies, and also he wants everything in a particular way, and that perfectionist tinge was also there. So, and considering mother's history, she is a perfectionist soul, and uh, she can't settle to anything less. So that is main issue, and they are in such a mindset that they want to go for stem cell therapy and other things. I'm telling them, see, he is neo-normal. His scores came down from around 65 to now around 20, 20 or 19, and his IQ has also improved. So now at this point of time, nobody will do stem cell therapy for that child. He is near normal. He can be improved on with further homeopathic treatment. So you can understand their mindset. They want perfection. Like the child should be like suddenly one fine day he should be like all other neurotypical children. Her mother is still like that only. She refuses to accept that he is normal, or he is not in the spectrum anymore. He's almost out of the spectrum with little gaps. So that's the reason why I considered carcinosin. And carcinosin has been time again very helpful in sensitivity issues, sensory issues, and very intelligent children. And then they have a family history of cancer, and perfectionist mothers. That as Dr. Anjali was telling about pressurizing parents, pressure parenting. So that I feel that comes under carcinosin trait. So
Correct.
yeah.
Okay, so we go on to the next case now. It is of a 16-year-old boy. He's violent, beats anyone and everybody around, bites, strikes very strongly. So, any suggestions from the audience for that?
Well, demonium and hell.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Ramya.
Madam Belladonna?
Yeah,
Demonium?
Belladonna. Belladonna. Yes. It seems quite obvious. Yeah. Here I want to tell about the management. The 16-year-old boy, he was violent and he was so violent. He will beat others also, and he will ask everyone to come and beat me. And he was okay till his 4 year no, 2 years age, and he had developed a high fever, and then he started his milestone started regressing, and then he's a so violent that he has that beating himself, that tendency, and he is on psychiatric drugs. Okay. And I started with the um, first I started with Calgary Falls, considering his other situations, and then it didn't help much, but it aggravated him. I gave everything I give in 6 potency only, water doses only, and then I gave second dose was belladonna 6 again, and then I didn't hear from them. um, and it was a very important learning for me, because they didn't come back. And I heard from someone else that it aggravated him so much that they went to psychiatrist for more dosing. So I learned a very important lesson that cases where there is psychotic disorders associated with autism spectrum, you have to be very careful. Maybe zero bar potencies will be helpful, I don't know. The trust of the parents is very important, and at the same time sometimes especially in levels of health in the category of D, that is 10, 11 and 12. So those cases we should be very careful. Even Dr. Professor Vitalka says it should not be above uh, 12C, 12X or 14X. But that also is very high for certain cases I see. So this case comes under that. Okay. And so if you understand that this is a very severe case with psychosis associated, you check the psychiatric records and all the things, weigh on the pros and cons. If you think homeopathy will help, then only approach such cases. Otherwise, leave it alone. It's better not to make the things worse. That is my point here. And 50 millisecond we can try.
Homeopathic aggravation also, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
they cannot tolerate it.
yes, yes. And recently, Dr. Padmaja ma'am was talking about one case. Even placebo is aggravating. Yeah, that is a very much I have seen such cases where placebo aggravates. These are all in the spectrum at the other end. They are in like spectrum scores, ATC scores or CRC course scores, no? They'll be in the very high scores like 100, 110 in that way. So if you see the scores and if you think they have been associated with some psychotic illness, better not handle them. Or if you are handling them, you go for 50 ml potency. Uh, yeah, that is my point. So, see, your perspective about success and failure should change. I already spoke about this in palliative care during cancer treatment. See, we homeopaths have been seasoned like we have to have absolute cures in each and every case we see, and that is a disaster. We are only here health guides. We are guiding, we are stimulating our patients with the right stimulus, minimum, by which they are getting better by on their own. Okay. if they are not responding in the way we are thinking, that is not our failure alone. It could be our failure, of course, but it could be other factors also, as I told, levels of health or deep pathologies, miasms in the background, or even the parents could be one factor. I will tell about the parents' role in next case. Yeah, yeah, this one.
Okay, we go on to the next challenge. It is of a girl of 9 years old. She is eating hair, picking lips, sitting in a corner, angered by confrontation, no interest in studies, no personal hygiene. She doesn't like bathing, she can't go to toilet, biting, striking if the stranger comes home, like a service person or a therapist. So please suggest what remedies come
What
up.
are these? Think of.
Ma'am, either it is sulfur or it can be even arsenic for that matter.
Yes, sulfur is there. Yeah, it's a very big case. Very few symptoms I have put. If I start writing, I may need 20 slides to put her symptoms, all the symptoms. So, and it is almost, I am treating this child for 10 years now. 2015, yeah, 10 years. And still, now recently they are not again coming to me. Yeah, I didn't find much suggestions. Let me talk about this. Doctors, you could have took some effort to think of few remedies. Especially, see, I am putting up the challenges, so that's why I have taken the severest cases, so that how can we manage such severe cases? And yeah, Dr. Sujata, please, uh, let me know your thoughts.
Madam, I also got Lyco and nitric acid in this.
Yes.
As, I repertorized this case and
Mm.
I got sulfur first,
Mm.
then Lyco and nitric acid.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, could you discuss the rubrics, please?
Yeah. See, in this
Ma'am,
case,
can you just
mm,
tell us the
yeah,
rubrics which you have taken?
Dr. Sujata, you which
Yes,
rubrics
ma'am.
you took? Yeah, please.
Okay, ma'am. I took mind, anger, contradiction from,
Mm.
then mind, bathing, aversion to bath,
Mm.
mind, biting people, stranger, then mind, biting, territorial behavior
Mm.
from, mind, mental exertion, aversion to,
Mm.
and mind, studying, aversion for, mind, washing, aversion to wash,
Yes.
and last, face, picking lips, and mouth, picking lips.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you.
for
So nice.
eating,
So nice.
when eating hair, what will be the rubric?
Mm.
And eating hair, what will be the rubric?
Pardon?
Ma'am, I didn't got that eating hair rubric.
Yeah. Trichulomania.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. That is a almost it can coexist in most of the few of the ASD cases. It is a psychological issue, and it is a common. Sometimes it happens, coexists.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you can understand with this picture, trichotillomania is a syphilitic in trait, and that this girl has. She is not clean actually, but the thing is, she is averse to the dirt, so that's why she don't want to go to the bathroom, and then she's having sensory issues as well, so she does not like water falling on her hair and on herself. She don't want to go to the toilet just because of that reason. Okay, she will hold her this thing because she thinks the bathroom is not clean. Okay, that is main reason. So that is extreme cleanliness, we can say. Okay. See, and then biting, striking, and other things. So this is a very challenging case. It is almost like every day I used to get their video calls because she want to talk to me. She will have one person whom she will be clinging to whole thing, and she want to talk to them again and again. So. And I gave all the remedies, what you suggested, all those things, but every remedy will aggravate her. And then belladonna little soothed her. That anger came down with belladonna 6 water doses. And then I added syphilinum 12C. Okay, syphilinum 12C, because she was aggravating with each potency. And even with tuberculinum 30 also aggravated her. So I had sent them syphilinum 12C, uh, and that helped her a lot. It's like every time she gets anger, her mother will give her belladonna first and then syphilinum 12C, or she will start with syphilinum and then belladonna. And the thing is, only one remedy once time they can give. If they repeat, because that is helping, if they repeat again, it will aggravate. It was a very tough time, very tough case. And the other point is, here their parents are like they are not taking efforts to make the things smoother for them. She asks every day. She asks for pizzas. She wants to go to tacos house and other things. But they will they will not do anything to change her mind. So they will go by her wish. And they say, no, doctor, she is very aggressive, that, this, and all. She'll be like having tantrums, and they are going along with that so many times. Whatever I suggest, see, I told about ABCs, and they so no, she is very clever. She understands. She won't do that. I will ask what triggered her behavior. So everything I suggest, no, they will have some explanation to that. No, she is not doing that. I can't do this. I can't do this, and that she will be that girl will not be pulling her mother's hair. Mother will tell, oh no, don't pull my hair, and she will start pulling her mother's hair. So in that way, so it was a very big challenge, because I don't know what is on their mind, but they are not cooperative, and they have explanation and excuse for everything. And actually, at one point of time, I couldn't do anything. I just they ask me, I will tell the remedy they will give. And in this case, Derry spinata I used, because after attending a session, I came to know that Derry spinata that it has a symptom where they want to stab their parents. They have a particular tendency to injure parents. That was in Derry spinata. And then I 12C I sent them, and it helped us so much, so much. She stopped pulling hair of her mother, and also biting, striking, everything was came down. And each time, like she is angry, give belladonna. That is not helping. Syphilinum 12C. She calms down for 1 week, and then she starts biting her mother or pulling her hair. Derry spinata. It works for 1 week, and then again she is angry. Syphilinum 12C or sulfur 6C. It is helping for 1 week or 3 days, in that way. So each time I have to help them to choose remedy on basis on the symptoms. It is a sequential remedy, not remedies clubbed together. And they had approved another homeopath as well, and that didn't help. Okay, so that's why they came back to me. It is a very difficult case for me, because I have to be on the edge always. Okay, I have to be on available on video calls, everything. It was very difficult, but what to do? It is our calling, right? Yeah. I think all the remedies you have suggested, I have used in this, and it has helped to some extent in some particular points. So it was a sequential remedies. That's how I manage. But usually I have suggested few other cases also, ABC, like before the trigger, what has happened, what words were spoken, or who came to house, or you had any fights for parents, or what did he eat. That is before, that is ABC therapy. Like and if they note down for 1 week and all, they can reduce the triggers. Okay, and this one triggered that child. But it is a very with homeopathy, if we improve the child, that will be working. But at some point of time, it will become very hectic, and parents will lose interest. How can be they doing the same those things? Like either this will be the reason. Oh no, that could be the reason. It is like sometimes it becomes mindless, isn't it? So even if we are suggesting, it should be a temporary thing. It should be a part of the management, not the solution. Okay, and homeopathy is the only solution. And we have to arrive at the right remedy at the right time, and maybe sequential remedies in very difficult, very tough cases. And we should be open to the symptoms and retake case every time briefly. These are all the points what I can say. Yeah, please, Dr. Alka.
Yes, so we go on to the next case now, challenge 4. It is of a child who is of age 16. He's in a special school, but he dislikes it. Now he beats his mother. He can't understand how hard and painful it could be. Even his love pinch is very painful for his mother. He gives ultimatums. What you can do, let me see. That is what he says. Get up in the morning. Getting up in the morning for him is very difficult. He does not get up before 9 a.m. He rushes to school without breakfast. He's very demanding, 3 plus, dictatorial 3 plus, no vision without consequences. He also speaks lies. He takes money from his mother's bag. She's a working woman. He thinks that he's always right, and he's very adamant. He wants all the lights on inside the house, and he feels better indoors. He's sentimental and superstitious. Again, 3 marks. Like a latch should be down. The house is filled with germs, puts sambrani or fragrant incense sticks burning, and closes all the doors and windows and causes suffocation to the mother. But he does not listen even if asked to open at least one window. He sits likewise amidst the smoke itself. He puts red big tilak on his forehead and vibhuti or ash, 3 lines, hoping for good luck. But he'll be very subdued in the presence of his father, who is a strict disciplinarian. He flaunts long hair, and his father mocks him. His father puts all his misdeeds with photographs on the family group, and hence the boy is very upset.
Yes.
Yes.
Stramonium,
Yes.
madam.
So, what are the conditions for the remedies that come up here?
Yeah. What remedy you thought of?
Stramonium.
Okay. That could be. Any other things? I think it is very textbook narration of symptoms, like the boy's behavior and his outlook, the putting tilak and other things. Philip Bailey, if you have read that already, you will understand that it is almost textbook narration. Yeah, this morning can't get up. He rushes without taking breakfast. Adamancy, I am right always, telling lies, and dictatorial, isn't it?
Lachesis,
Yeah, no,
Lachesis, stramonium.
yeah, I think Philip Bailey, if someone has read, it is textbook thing. Exact vision, exact thing. Let me tell the remedy. It's very, very
Yes.
obvious. Yeah, lycopodium. They can't get up in the morning. That is a very, very important symptom. So energy is very low in early morning. They can't get up at all. So it has been If you have any doubts about it is calcarea or sulfur or lyco, if you have this symptom, getting up morning very difficult, you go to lyco directly. Okay, and this case is this has been published in uh, our National Journal of Homeopathy. So this is trio. I started with lycopodium and then sulfur and then calcarea, and he is cured. Cured in the sense he left the special school, and then he is doing his BCom. I think he started doing his BCom. See, after yesterday, when we were hearing no, Dr. Sunita, no, we had such a nice feeling. After the children become normal and they go to normal school and they take charge of their lives. Okay, so this boy was so adamant and dictatorial, and he was. Mm, so his behavior was very difficult for his mother, and I started with the lycopodium. His mother gave in water doses. Initially it aggravated a little bit, and then he was okay for 1 week, but she can't give with his knowledge. He won't take the medicine. Okay, he is suspicious, like he don't want to take any medicine. He thinks he is all right. Why I should have any medicine or whatever? And then she didn't come back to me for 1 week or 10 days. I didn't know what's happening. And after 10 days she came and told he was very good actually after the first dose, but now his grandparents have come and he has problem with her father. Okay, because he is the commander. And he strikes his grandmother. He pushes her, pulls her, bends her hand, because grandmother is a vulnerable person, and he wants them at home. He is not ready to send them out of the house. And then it was such a big drama that his grandparents were leaving for the train, and uh, he ho- he took away his grandfather's phone, thinking that they will not go to their native. So, and then also he took the key, he locked the house from outside, and he went away. Okay, their train timing was it was getting late. So with someone's help they broke the lock and they went to the train. Uh, and then he came back, he realized that he has done a big bad thing. He went on his bicycle. Imagine 12 kilometers. He has cycled. Okay, and gave the phone back to his grandpa and said sorry, grandpa, I caused trouble to you. See, that means his love is so deep. Like he's so much attached to his grandparents. He don't want to leave them. He's clinging to them, and at the same time he realizes he is doing wrong thing. This is after the remedy was given to him. That was first I gave lycopodium. He felt better for 1 week or 10 days. It didn't last for long. And then his father showed me photos of his hoarding things. He will collect all the chips packets and all the things, and he will keep it in his cupboard in one place. Okay, so that he showed me, and that is the thing which he had posted on the family group, and he felt bad about that. So he had the tendency of hoarding that was relieved with the sulfur. He got rid of all the things he had hoarded. Okay, so rubber bands had so many things. He got rid of all those things. And then after 1 week or 10 days his mother came to me and told that he is having this clinging tendency. So I gave him calcareacum at that point of time. See, it evolved into the next remedy on its own. That is my point. And I can send the link of that published case. If you have time, you please go through it. And then after the remedy action, he realized he is doing wrong, and he also realized he didn't like the special school. He thought of how to come out of this special school. Then he wanted medicine so that he will get well. And then I treated him, and he had some learning difficulties like mathematics and all, but otherwise he is in a normal school. He shifted to a normal school, and now he is doing, I think, BCom. Yeah. So that is a very good thing, because he wanted to perform in school also. It was such a big change, okay, from being a very cross child to a very sweet child. But sweetness was already there in him, it came out. That's it. Yes. Yeah. I think management of cases is very essential. So concentrating on remedies for each thing is not advisable. So many things, just like parents, we also think there is one symptom, we will think of one remedy. There is another symptom, we think of another remedy. No, we have to think of management. See, initially we have to give remedies for the uh, child, not the symptoms, child. And then we have to see all the traits and treat him. And then at some point of time, no, their parents demands will be increasing, like he has a sneezing, you give medicine. He has an itch, you give medicine. He started staring at me, you give medicine. See, that is the tendency, no? If you are feeling better with remedies, their demands will be increased. So then you have to understand what is real issue, or it is not at all a issue. It has to be managed with other things of your experience, as well as suggestions, counseling, and whatever. Okay, so that is very essential. That's why I have chosen these four cases where management played a very important role in uh, uh, helping those children. Okay, and it seemed such an emergency at times, but it was beautifully helped with homeopathy, as well as managing the parents and their mentality. So that is very essential. See, they are in panic state because they are seeing their child in distress. They are going through so many difficulties. So we are the persons who are third party. We can understand what's going on. We can suggest things, suggest them how they can come out of that problem, and then we have to suggest them. And most of the times you will not receive any good good things about it. Most of the times you don't worry about that. Okay, so you have to be unprejudiced, as well as you should not be, you should be like a drop of water on the uh, lotus leaf, what they say. Yeah, that is very essential for homeopathy. Especially they have to be non-talent. They should not be getting involved in the processes. And now, cases we discussed, now I will start my uh, dialogues. So actually today I am very overwhelmed. I don't know where to start, and I don't know how to go about this. Luckily Dr. Alka started with the cases, and that relieved me somewhat. Some relief I got. So first, at the outset, I wanted to thank Dr. Vaishali. It seems like a cliche, but I have no words to say how wonderful it has been joining this group, created and curated by Vaishali Vide. And then Padmaja ma'am has been such a wonderful gift. Like she initiated so many very good things in the group. I like to thank Dr. Rachna and Dr. Alka and Dr. Deeksha and all. Especially Rachna, Alka have been very supportive, and oh God, they are taking so much of things. I can understand. Very, very sweet thing. And of course, for this series, very important person is Dr. Annapurna, of course, because she brought in very great speakers as well. And special thanks to my friends who are, all of you made this happen. At least we had 20 people attending every day, and mostly they were repeaters, and mostly they came because, oh, Rekha will feel bad. So many people would have thought, because I understand they had so much pressing difficulties at their end, and you have been my strength. Yeah. And then I want to so our speakers, yeah, it has been such a wonderful journey, right?
Hello, Dr. Rekha. It is not that you are feeling bad. It is not that you are feeling
I'm
bad.
happy, very
It is not
happy.
that you are feeling bad. It is your.
Yes, yes, I'm feeling happy. Yes, and my strength. This is my team in ASD book team, and Anupam ma'am, of course, you all know, and most of my contributors you are all already aware of, and you know about their knowledge as well. So I'm happy. Apart from few of them, all of them have been participated in this series, and then yeah, few aspects we didn't talk much about. I wanted to have a session about gut microbiota and other things, but anyway, I will briefly talk about that because very less has been talking about this. Yeah. Dr. Annapurna spoke about this, but very less has been spoken about this. And I want to give few takeaways. Probiotics and prebiotics, fecal microbiological implants, transplantation, and diets. These have been treatment options in gut microbiota or this thing, because gut microbiome is the two-way bi-directional interaction between nervous system and the intestinal microbiota. So but we can't say whether gut is problematic and that is causing autism symptoms, or autism symptoms are doing the problem in creating problem in the gut. So they are bi-directional, and this opens up a very important part for our knowledge, that we have to include bowel nocetes. We have to study them more, and we have to include in our repertoire while treating these kids. And you have to always ask for the bowel habits of the child even during improvement, because that way we can help them to relieve symptoms. Because sometimes we think of big things like he is upset, he is angry, he is throwing things, but that could be a very small, I mean not a small thing. It could be because he is constipated, or he is unable to express the discomfort what is caused due to his bowel upset or gut upset. So we have to be open to this point. We should all. That's why retaking case is very important every time, including all the general physical generals like appetite, sleep, motions, thirst, as well as sweating. All the things you have to ask for as a must, and you even you can ask for cravings and aversions newly started after this treatment. So those things very much important. And although they say this is important, prebiotics, probiotics will help and all, and the fecal microbiota transplantation, they told it was it's a very promising, but it didn't turn out to be a promising thing. It actually is not helpful in new research. And then so we have a very good edge in this, uh, and we have to consider always this these points, especially about diet. So this is the way how the altered gut microbiota will cause autism symptoms. And there is toxins, but it can't be removed with any detox, except Simlimum or Simile, except only that can detox, no other ways. And then it has been, we have spoken about what diet will be helpful and what is not helping much. And there is Clostridium tetani uh, has been noted to be causing altered behavior. So this is new research. So we can be thinking about this angle as well. We can even detox it considering this also, Clostridium tetani. Clostridium tetani. And then we spoke about the cases, and then I wanted to talk about one thing. There is breath holding spells. It is told as it is a very mild thing, and it is not having much impact on the child. That is, they babies like below 1 year to below 5 years, 3 years, till 3 years, 2.5 3 years, toddlers, they will start crying and they will become blue and they will fall, and this is a breath holding spell. It is innocent, then they say, but it may not be like why I am telling is, those kids will have anger issues. Anger issues means their breath holding spell starts with the anger, excessive anger on the part of the child, because just someone uh, pulled their toy away, or his elder brother or sister didn't give the toy which he was asking. They are very adamant, very dictatorial, and they have anger spells just by telling no, small no, and they will big deal for them if someone says no. Even 8 9 months old child can be so angry that they will start crying. Oh, they will cry like this and they will faint. And one case I had published in Homeopathic Medical Panorama, our IHMA magazine. So, where that baby was 9 months old and he had crying spells, and he will faint. That happened every day, every other day. So, he needs no reason for getting angry. Okay, even a simple drop of a hat, he will get angry and he will have a breath holding spell. And then considering that, I started with the belladonna. I should have asked you, I think, maybe, but you would have told belladonna. So much of violent anger. And then it helped to some extent. And then he, after the episode of that breath holding spell where he becomes blue and he falls down, he will sleep for 2 3 hours continuously. So based on that, I gave opium 30, and almost 1 or 2 doses. He was almost that tendency was gone. It was only once in a month or even more than that, and his anger also came down. But his trade didn't go away. He gets angry, but he's not getting breath holding spells when he is angry. That is the difference. Okay, he's still a very angry person. Even Chotu of 1.5 year old, he dictates everybody at his home. Okay, he blasts his father as well. Sorry. And then I gave him calculator of carb 6C to cure that case. Why I am giving emphasis to this? Don't buy the version of conventional doctors who say it is not it is innocent, it does not have anything except that it is very scary. No, it has implications. You can see the traits in that child. His mother was very distressed during his period of pregnancy, before during his pregnancy time. And then he had a head injury that he toppled into a basket once, and after that only he started those spells. And there was in EEG, there was a spike in the EEG was not normal. There was a spike, and also you have to consider anemia also in these cases. But anemia does not exist singly. It have other things also. Iron deficiency anemia does not exist separately. It is a tubercular trait. And then you have to consider all the things. You have to treat such children. We may prevent certain future disasters, or children getting into spectrum, or even ADHD and other things. So I want to give some impetus to that, so that you will notice that. So if you get those children, you treat them for the whole thing. Yeah. So these things I actually discussed about this. So I gave all these things, and yesterday even Dr. Sunita spoke about epilepsy along with the spectrum disorders. And then we have discussed few cases in these categories. And then now yeah, I told about a few other cases also. Previously I have spoken about that. And then if it is okay, I think I want to thank you one and all. I want to thank all the doctors who had been part of this autism series. Not just that, even previously we had very wonderful sessions by Dr. Padmaja ma'am on PCOD. Dr. Shilpa Kavishwar is an surgery department head, and she brought in such a wonderful sessions about ENT and ophthalmology. That too is very nice presentations. It's a like you have to keep them apart so that you can referring them again and again. And we had cancer series where many speakers brought in very important points to note. And now we have we are concluding our autism series. This is totally everything is just because of all my friends who have been together from day 1 till day 21. Thank you so much from bottom of my heart, and hope this helps you all in handling managing autism cases. Thank you.
Thank you very
Yes,
much,
ma'am,
Rekha.
it will certainly help everyone in the group. Uh, all the recorded lectures are there, and certainly, even if some people may not be able to attend at this time, uh, the entire lecture series is a wonderful guide for people to take up challenging cases or autistic cases whenever they see them in their practice. So, I too have learned a lot, I have gained a lot. Um I'm sure even the others have. So thank you so much. Thank you, audience, for being
Yes.
there with us. Some of the doctors have been there all throughout. I have been seeing them. So carry on, I should say. Yeah, be there
Excuse
for
me,
Yes.
all the future lectures
Yeah.
too.
Alka
Yes.
ma'am, I'd
Doctor.
just like to take a minute to thank Rekha
Yes.
ma'am for this marathon autism series, because it is really a marathon. Doing 21
Yeah.
Event,
sessions
yes.
of autism, it is really,
Yes.
really a Herculean task. So, on behalf of the entire iconic women group, I'd like to thank Rekha ma'am for this wonderful sessions that we had. So, thank you so much, ma'am, and
Thank you so
we'll be
much.
looking forward for more such sessions with you.
Yes. Yes.
May I also
Yeah.
take 1 minute? Thank you,
Yes.
Rekha ma'am.
Yes.
Actually, without your probing, I would not have done the session even. But each and every session was extremely useful, and I think
Yes.
I felt like being in a certificate course, attending each day the different aspects of autism and what should be done, which are the or even how to record it, which is the right way to record, what a homeopath who want to practice or want to take care of autism cases should record it like this, follow up like this, read like this. Everything is mentioned very, very clear through different sessions which were given by very, very eminent doctors. It is actually, I should thank you and the group. It's a very wonderful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I propose to make a group of ASD group so that the doctors who have challenges in treating their cases can post in that group. Uh, uh, we can make a subgroup maybe in the community of iconic group, women's group, and that is one proposal. Another thing, I want to make a chart for diet. Our experts have spoken about that. We will compile that into a chart, especially Dr. Varsha and other things, other doctors who were talking about diet. We'll compile that. Those two things are on my mind. Yeah. Yeah, keep.
Some medicines also, some medicines have been told by different doctors, different like particular
Yes,
point and medicines were given.
yes, yes.
That also can be charted out. That also will be a
Yeah,
good.
we'll do that. Yes, yes.
We
Yeah,
can make a
thank
group of course so that
Yes,
we can also ask our seniors what to do in such a case like that.
yes.
Be really helpful.
We'll compile that. Yeah, we'll do that. Yes. I think we can conclude the session. I'm very happy. Actually, at some point of time, no, if some speaker is not available, I'll be very happy. Oh God, today I have got a leave in that way. Anyway, it was such a wonderful adding for me. Thank you. Thank you for the love and affection you're showing.
Dr. Rekha, you have been
Thank
doing
you,
a
ma'am, so much for the wonderful
Yeah,
series.
Dr.
Yes,
Anupa
there's a
ma'am.
lot.
Once again, Dr. Anupa ma'am. Yeah, please, ma'am.
Dr. Rekha, you all have been doing a Herculean task.
Yes,
So
yes.
to you, then so many thanks also to both of you and everybody who have been talking to us every day. Thank you, everybody, and for arranging such a colossal program. Really wonderful, all of you,
Yes,
especially Dr. Rekha. Thank you very
you
much.
have been my strength, ma'am. I always first I will write down now. Anupa ma'am, we will have a session. First, you will be the first one to have the session. Yeah,
Yeah.
starting with
Thank you
A.
for inviting me also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, yes, Dr. Alka, we
Okay,
can.
thank you so much, everyone, for being there with us. Yes, we have many more lectures coming up with different other topics, and we are certainly welcome to suggestions from the audience also as to what topics you would like to discuss, which you would like, specific speakers. If you want specific speakers who would speak on particular topics, you can put your suggestions in the group, and we'll certainly see to it that those topics are taken up and discussed. Okay, I have one suggestion here that we could take up skin cases because those are a challenge for homeopaths, and just like the autism series, yes, we could take up skin cases and invite different speakers for the same. Yes. So thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Meet you all again next time. Bye bye. Night.
Good night.